I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad. Miss Wig. I got your wig, ho. I got your wig, ho. Miss Wigiana.
He married or not?
They said they're married, but I still haven't seen that, like...
The paperwork.
Why am I hearing rumors that you're married? So if I'm hearing it from people, I want to hear it from you. Is it true?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know if it's true. Yes or no? No, yes. Maybe, sort of. Lord, please let it be no.
Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
First class in the sky, real high.
You wanna have fun? You wanna have fun? You wanna have fun? You better spend funds.
Nani so banani, fly me to Milan. First class pussy, shit so bomb. I need a big dick, long like King Kong. A big tongue, the ding dong.
I can't even say it. Like, I'm like, get your girlfriend. Like, I keep calling her his girlfriend, so. But maybe.
Do you think he felt that he couldn't tell you that he was married?
Of course, because I was steady telling him that is not your wife.
Do you think he's too young or?
Yeah, way too young to be
How old
married.
is he?
He's 21 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
How is it living with Robert Jr. and his wife?
Well, I mean, about 3 months before we started filming, she moved in.
Call the police now. Give them a warning.
Get her.
I'm going to be in jail. No problem.
Get her.
You're going to be in intensive care. Do you hear me?
Trash day, valet living, come and get her.
We all are fine with your reactions to us, and they're not
I don't
nice.
say anything about you. What do I say about you? Miss
Not
Lisa.
Not this season. You
Okay,
didn't.
then be quiet.
Yeah.
Nobody's-
No, I'm not
Well, I
gonna be
mean,
quiet.
with all due, you called Heather inbred.
I know. So what's worse, your house comment or calling her inbred?
Right. Well, that's.
Yeah.
I think my house comment's worse.
You think you
yeah,
do?
I do.
About your decor?
Because
is worse
she's phony.
Than saying she
Like, don't
looks...
come to my house and say, oh, this
It's
is
not
so
phony.
pretty. Is
I
this
said
a
your house
mansion?
was grand. I said it has elements that are unique, that are characteristic. It has huge
But,
throne-like
I mean,
chairs.
I was just trying to, I mean, what I'm saying
You had
is
a great time
I
at
was
your
in my
house.
house before this show. I didn't need this to get, like you got your house after the show.
Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad? But it's giving, better cut the check. Cut the check.
They're there now, Pebble Ice. It'll be okay. Shh. Mommy will make it better. Mommy will make it better. All the finest amenities.
But it's giving, better cut the check. Cut the check. Cut the check.
You say everything to people's faces.
I do.
And it's shocking.
Thank you. Hank.
I mean,
I'm saying thank you because
Yeah.
I say it to your face. Can I say this to you?
You can say
If you were trying to be my real friend, this would never even be.
but then for you to just walk off like it's nothing is super hurtful.
I'm really sorry I hurt you. You're a liar.
No, I'm the liar? Wow.
You're weird. I don't feel like I'm a part of this world. I don't feel like I fit. I was born. Oh my God. I was born for God.
Yes. Yes. That's right.
I'm here to spread the gospel
Oh, beautiful.
and know your purpose in life.
Little girl.
Okay. Your car's out front. Did you try it? You can leave.
All right. Give her blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Mary, what was your opinion on Jen not trusting Heather, knowing how loyal Heather had been to her?
I don't like
it's
that.
the federal government versus
I'm
Jen.
talking
That's
to
a
her.
big deal.
Let me talk.
You are talking.
I
We're all
know,
talking.
but no,
It's a
you
conversation.
talk and say what
We're a
you
friend
say.
Group.
Say I don't
We're a
want to
friend
say.
group. It's a friend group.
Hey, Mary, can I finish with Meredith, please, for a second? Just for a few minutes, please.
Sure.
know where the
Hey,
door
Mary,
is.
open your mother eyes at me one more time. You want to know the truth?
What, my butt?
If you no,
I'm not
absolutely
scared
not.
of you, girl. See the
No,
door
you
exit.
sit down.
I am sitting down. What you think?
Is she serious?
You are my perfect life. God's love for his people reigns in you.
Tanan dede abo matiti dede abo tahan dede ehenade. I plead the blood of Jititana neteta dede ananade.
Women. I can't believe I wasted another outfit on this event. Like, where's the food? Like, what are we eating?
I want a fish sandwich. I want a 6-piece nugget. Large fry. Thank you, Clark. Starving.
Make sure everything's in there before we leave.
I was looking for the fish. Yep, it's here. Thank you.
So, Whitney, so why are you guys here early? I don't get, what is the connection?
So
Like,
Trixie's one of my good friends.
That's why you're here early?
I got caught up in a lot of bullshit talking about you, and I'm so sorry.
You severed our future. Severed it.
But Mary, you have to own. You have to own it too.
What do you mean I have to own? I have to own you talking about me?
It's hard. She does this.
You need to grow up.
Mary, that's very offensive.
Grow up. Okay, I'm done.
Mary,
Have a good night.
no.
I'm not doing this with you. You're not wasting you've wasted enough of my time.
Mary, please don't do this.
Watch me leave.
Mary, did you
talk-
hear? I brought you here to take accountability and talk.
Well, you're not
through
doing it. So
You're
you know what?
upset
Goodbye.
because I'm asking you to do this.
You're not doing it. I mean, this front, this facade.
I am
Who's
not a
Whitney?
facade. You won't even have a conversation, Mary.
No.
So,
And did I hurt you at all?
no.
I'm not talking to you. Like do you have a mute button?
No, I don't.
Well, you need to get one.
I'm on play all the time.
I'd like to choose activities that I'm ready to grow with that group.
Whitney, you had some strong feelings. You tweeted, "I cannot sit and listen to this evil and mean woman talk about growth."
It's hard because I feel like I've personally put so much work into myself over the last, I've spent thousands of dollars in therapy. I've been making it a conscious effort to be a better person. And so to see you talk about us that way, to see like what you would say in your confessionals.
So
about
you're
us.
saying what you're tweeting, calling me, cursing me, and calling me names is growth?
Get her. Get her. Get her.
I believe that they have their beliefs.
Okay.
And they have that our color is cursed by the color of Cain. And that we will be in a different heaven. Our skin color will be in a different heaven, and we'll be the help. And
Is
that was
what
taught.
Mormons
And Heather
believe?
can vouch for me.
I'm Mormon, so can somebody ask me?
There is
I'd
Mormon
like to
doctrine.
answer.
Mormon doctrine is rooted in racism.
No, it is not.
So let's jump over to the Book of Mormon, 2 Nephi 5:21. And he caused a cursing to come upon them, yea, even a sore cursing because of their iniquity. Behold, they had hardened their hearts against him, and they had become like unto a flint. Wherefore, as they were white and exceedingly fair and delightsome, that they may not be enticed unto my people, the Lord God did cause a skin of blackness to come on them. So here we have one of the first overtly racist teachings by Joseph Smith, that black people and brown people, because we're not talking about like Africa and black, what we're talking about are South American Indian black. So Joseph Smith, via the Book of Mormon, makes clear that they are black so that white people will find them unattractive. That alone should be reason enough for everyone to leave the church. That one verse right there.
The church has successfully recruited among black-skinned Polynesians from the islands of Fiji.
I wasn't a member when we came over, and then I would take lessons from the elders, and I came to think about it, and I knew that this was the true church.
We have Polynesians in every phase of church here in the islands, and in Salt Lake there's some Polynesians that are in high positions in the church.
No matter how dark-skinned they may be,
It has nothing to do with Polynesian race, why They're entitled to every benefit that the church has.
But some black-skinned people are not able to achieve full status in the Mormon Church.
In this day, as in ancient time, there are some who have not been given the privilege at this point of holding the priesthood of the church. Among those who do not have this privilege are those of African Negro ancestry.
The term priesthood requires some definition because this church has no professional clergy. Religious leaders are laymen, all males. At age 12, they are eligible for membership in the priesthood. Joining the priesthood is more important for Mormon boys than a christening for Catholics or a bar mitzvah for Jews. Young priesthood members serve communion, and only priesthood members can advance to positions of higher religious leadership. You cannot be a woman or a so-called Negro.
Mr. Ashton, what is the church explanation for the exclusion of blacks from the priesthood?
I think I can perhaps best answer that question with this statement issued by the First Presidency of the Church on December 15th, 1969, and I quote, "From the beginning of this dispensation, Joseph Smith and all succeeding presidents of the Church have taught that the Negroes, while spirit children of a common Father, and the progeny of our earthly parents, Adam and Eve, were not yet to receive the priesthood for reasons which we believe are known to God, but which he has not made fully known to man."
Any change would come in a revelation through the church president.
From the Lord Jesus Christ.
On every level to outreach, but we have to acknowledge it in order to change it.
Whitney, you want to say what?
I just want Mary to know, because that's a big accusation to make, and I am no longer a member of the Mormon Church, and that was part of my process for me.
I don't have anything against the Mormon Church.
What you're saying?
I don't have anything against the Mormon Church, Heather.
But you just
well, you just said it's a racist church.
Yes,
so.
yeah. Well, but it doesn't mean I have anything against them. That's their religion and that's their belief. But I don't have anything against them. Personally, I think we can just leave them alone.
That's fair, Mary. That part's fair.
We're women of white privilege as well, so inherently there are things that we have to...
Go ahead and preach it, Whitney.
No,
you've been saying some good things lately. I have to say that.
I've been learning,
Go ahead, girl.
Mary.
The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Jen Shah has been fired by Bravo after her racist and anti-vax social media posts resurfaced last week. In a statement, the network said is now ceased filming with the 44-year-old reality TV personality. Bravo also stated, "We recognize we failed to take the appropriate action once her offensive social media posts were brought to our attention. The offending jokes using phrases such as BLM thugs were posted over a 6-month time period amid the ongoing Black Lives Matter protests in 2020. Fans expressed their thoughts and called for the reality show star to be fired last Wednesday after they slammed her over the offensive and controversial posts. So Jen says, "At the time, I thought I was speaking out against violence, but I have since learned how offensive and hurtful my words were." So what are your thoughts on the situation?
Girl, please. Bravo to Bravo. Bravo to Bravo. Yes. This should not be tolerated under any circumstances. And the only reason she's apologizing is because she got caught. You know, that these tweets started surfacing. Yeah. But it's like, you can't get away with that. And I'm glad, like, networks are no longer taking it. You know, they stopped filming with her right away. She is done for the season. She is done with Bravo, and that's the right thing to do.
Do you think Mary Cosby set out, reportedly she has set out of filming the reunion because of this?
That's what I heard. I don't know for sure. But you know what? What's happening, since I can say I'm on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, race was never really a part of the show because they never had diversity.
That's right.
I came along to Beverly Hills. You know, people were tiptoeing because they're afraid to talk about it. But it's what's happening in the world. If I don't represent my diverseness, then...
Everything that happened with Jenny, have you talked to her since she was fired?
You know, she texted me and I haven't heard from her since.
It was like a bombshell situation. You know what I mean? What's your relationship with her today?
You know, Jenny's always been nice to me, so I hope everything's good with Jenny. And she's always been really busy. They're serial entrepreneurs, so I'm sure they're really busy.
But do you think her firing was fair?
You know, I think that was a tough decision for them to make, and it was really hard for everybody involved, and I hope she's doing amazing.
Do you think that this Jenny situation, you know, we've seen cancel culture, you know, and the way that people have lost their jobs over tweets or over, you know, social media posts. Do you think that she deserves a second chance, you know, to return to the show in the future?
I think everyone in life deserves a second chance. That's what we're trying to do, just be a little bit better every single day, and hopefully we learn from our mistakes and don't make them again. But I think like that's how we learn. Sometimes we have to make mistakes to learn.
Why they hate this? Mad bitch, mad bitch, mad bitch, playing traffic, playing traffic. Why they hate this?
You know what, everyone? I hate that I have to do this on a Saturday after enjoying a quiet day with my family. But fuck all you haters, because I am not friends with Jenny Wen. I did not invite her to my event. She showed up to my event that I was hosting, which was a public event, with her own camera crew, okay? She came up to me, she apologized, said she felt bad for everything that had happened. She is not my friend. I do not stand by what she had posted, her beliefs. But if someone says I'm sorry, I'm gonna snap a photo and move on, because what was I gonna do? Create a scene at my business event? No. She stood by me for a minute, snapped a photo, moved on. So you all should too. Thank you.
What? But I want to know personally, what have I done or said to you?
It's not anything you do or say, it's your actions, and it's a feeling, and you have to be my color to know it.
Yeah, okay,
it's not
that's
something
fair.
that somebody could teach you. It's not something somebody can tell you.
I just wanted to make sure.
You know what I mean, Andy?
I'm curious.
I just want to make sure I have not personally done or said anything to you.
Okay, well, that's important.
Of that nature.
Has she?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Mary, you weren't in Bermuda, but after you watched the finale, what did you think of what the women discovered about Monica?
Okay. Just give me a minute. Wait till everyone's here. I have something really important I need to tell you. I got your text. What's going on? Hey, thanks for meeting me. Yeah, what's up? Are you okay? Let's wait for Meredith. Okay. Nice. Hi. Thanks for coming. What is going on? I'm nervous. I know, I'm shaking. Yeah, me too. I know, so am I. There's something I need to tell you guys. Okay. And it's big, and it's not good. What is it? You're gonna cry. You know, Heather. Guys, we've come a long way as four. We have. And Monica is not who she says she is. Okay. She's not our friend. She's someone that has schemed and worked to infiltrate our friend group. Okay, and the name that you all know her as, the woman whose birthday we celebrated, who we have been trying to champion and support and defend. Is Reality Von Teese.
Why'd she leave? Why'd she return? Send me all the deets. And who am I? That's one secret I'll never tell. The only one. XOXO. Gossip Girl. Where's she answering? And who am I? That's one secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
I thought it was a little bit over the top. Like it was a little much with how they treated her and how they pushed her out.
Pack your bags and go.
especially no one was reflecting on themselves and what they went through. And that was a little much because I have no idea who, whatever the troll account is. I don't.
Would you care if that account called you a dumb bitch? I'm just asking.
Probably not.
Okay,
I
you
don't
wouldn't care? That wouldn't bother you? Okay.
No, I get called everything on the internet,
make sure.
like Twitter. They come for me
What if
hard,
like a
and I
good
don't
friend
care.
called another
just
good friend a
cut 'em off.
garbage whore who can go herself?
Oh, because you know called Mary a dumb bitch. That's why you're speaking
No one
up.
called. No,
the
I'm
audio.
saying, come on.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I called her a snake. Like, you dumb bitch. Like, low-key, I want to DM Mary from, like, a burner account. She probably wouldn't ever see it. And just be like, bitch, I could do it from Reality Von Teese. Okay? But anyway, because we, she'd be watching that shit. And she would open our messages. And just be like, just so you know, Julian, one of our followers fucking said that she said everything. Just so you fucking know. Bitch, that girl is a fucking dirty rat.
You're not going to play one 10-second
dumb
clip.
bitch.
No, I did not.
Yeah,
shut your mouth.
I'm not going to shut my
No,
mouth.
I
It's
did
your
not.
voice. It's
You're
your
not
voice.
going to sit. I was not talking about Mary.
Oh,
And
a different Mary. You're going to dump a DM in a
that
from
is
a
what
burner
Jen
account?
was saying about her.
Yeah.
And you need to be playing all of those and the other person's
don't need to
side
play
of where you
anything.
got them from.
I gave them my Instagram. Let me back up. I gave them my Instagram that I was looking at my baby daddy with because their first Instagram got shut down within like minutes.
Oh, wow.
Or the videos got taken down, something like that. Either the page got shut down or the videos got taken down, something like that.
Right.
And then they were like, well, we need another burner. And I was like, well, I have this fence that I look at my baby daddy with, and you guys can take that. So they had me change the name on it, whatever. So that's why I was logged into it. And then I logged out. So after I logged out, it was only Monica. Monica changed the passwords. Monica changed everything.
Wow. So
she's so funny then to be like, oh my God, there were 6 people.
yeah,
when
where's that coming from?
I have no idea, but I literally have a whole screenshot of when the other girl who was helping her with the Twitter, deleted the Twitter, and she had to reset the password again.
So it was mainly her. My whole thing.
Not mainly, it was only her. It was only Monica. She would ask us to help her with captions and stuff like that. Who was running that page was Monica. 100% Monica. We would give her a little like, yeah, post this, or no, don't do that, or that looks weird. Like, I wouldn't do that if I was you. I opened that message on accident from the J guy, and he said that he is just running all over and he'll send some more tea soon, and then winked. What should I respond?
Why they hate this? Mad bitch. Tragic. Mad bitch. Tragic. You can't take this. Tragic. Mad bitch. Tragic. Why they hate this? Why they hate this? Why they hate this? Mad bitch. Mad bitch. Mad bitch. Playing traffic. Playing traffic. Why they hate this? Tragic. Playing traffic. Mad bitch. Tragic. Why they hate this? Mad bitch. You can't take this. You can't take this. Tragic. Why they hate this? Why they hate this?
Koa, I couldn't hear your message at all, but honestly, I agree. I think that Andy is saving face because I'm pretty sure Bravo has a bigger plan than what we can actually see. So patience is a virtue. We all. Yes, and phase 2, let's get fucking ratchet. Yeah, you guys, honestly, I say we start letting out all her shit. Because even if she knows who it is, she can't prove it. So while she can't prove it, fuck being nice. Like, tell the world what an evil cunt she is, because she's a cunt.
You didn't have to give that information away to your housewife, to the other castmates, to build the storyline and paint you out to be this Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I'm still waiting for the other castmates and women to share what Reality Von Teese spoke about them, because if you go back and look at that page, and if you've been following that page since 2021, thank you very much. But there is nothing that says anything about the other women. If it mentioned the other women in or on that page or in the stories of that page, it was in favor of them.
How do you feel about your mom tweeting about the show every week? I mean, for someone who left her 12-year-old to go pursue a career in television, do we think your mom was kind of auditioning to be a housewife a little bit?
When I applied to get on the show, I did my final interview.
Yep.
And my mom said, let's say a prayer. And then she prayed that she would get it instead.
Call the police now. Give them a warning.
Get her.
I'm going to be in jail. No problem.
Get her.
You're going to be in intensive care. Do you hear me?
Trash day valet living, come and get her. Bird cloud chasing silly hope. Trash day valet living, come and get her. Bird cloud chasing silly get her. Come and get her.
When I catch you, your ass is mine on God. I promise you. When I catch you, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch you in your mouth, your throat, and your solar plex.
The only thing that you did was unite those 4 assholes. That's the only thing that you did. How can you forget that your job is to get on air time, to get into as many scenes as possible? You gotta play nice. I know you don't like her. I know you got beef with her, but you're an actress. You gotta pretend like all is right in the world. It's a job. It's a show. It's a reality show that you worked hard to get on. You left me completely in the fucking water with these bitches. You took Angie's side. I was not a disaster. I was not an embarrassment. You were in someone's home yelling and dropping F. So was everyone else. Go yell at them. Go yell at Heather. Go yell at Lisa. No one else was. Yes, they were. You should have been listening harder then, I guess. You should have been listening harder. She started it. This is a job. Don't come over here and start this shit with me. Don't make it personal. You don't understand? Go talk to Lori because you're a fucking mess. And you fucked it up yesterday. She's the head person. You should know who she is. Okay. You are insane. You looked like a crazy person. Just so you know. Don't do that. Classy. I took the day off. Super classy. I took the day off from work. I fell down the fucking stairs. And all you could... That's on you. Wow. Nobody pushed you down the stairs. I took... Wow! Get out of my house! Get the fuck out of my house! Get the fuck out of my house! I fell down the stairs and you're like, that's on you? That's on you? You're disgusting. You're disgusting. That's on you. You are disgusting. Bye. Bye. Thank you for coming over with this toxic shit. Thank you. Fucking balls. Take the fucking balls. You are so gross. Your kid falls down the stairs and you say that's on me. You are so gross. You should not. You are so gross. You shouldn't have run away. Run away? I was leaving. You were in my face. You shouldn't have run away. Being disgusting in front of all those people. Disgusting. I was being disgusting. Angie started that shit. Angie started it. You put a kibosh on. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, okay. You don't know what you're doing. Bye. You came over and you abandoned me. I abandoned you? I abandoned you. I took the day off from work. Are you fucking serious right now? On the last day of the month. Are you fucking serious right now? I had to drive home in a shit box. A shit box? You should be grateful they paid for your ride. How about thank you for giving me a free ride home? How about thank you? I took the day off from work to do that. I did say that. And then you fucking... Yes, I did. Mom, stop. Stop. The fact that you are the victim right now... I'm not saying I'm the victim. You are acting like the victim. Well, you said, I'm in my house. I'm in my house. Take it down. You don't want to be yelled at? Then leave. I don't have to. I don't have to. You are in my house. You lost sight of the vision. You have... Oh lost sight of the job. Oh my God. You lost sight. You got out of control.
And that's why Lori said my shit was the best of everyone that night, and everyone else dropped the fucking ball.
You were the hottest mess. That makes you the best.
Yeah.
That's what you
get
want.
the assignment.
That's what you want.
Get the assignment. You were disgusting. You looked like an awful mother. You didn't even fucking care I fell down the stairs.
No,
All you wanted,
I didn't.
Wow. Okay, get out. Get out. Dead ass. Get out of my house. Nana is waiting. She's very upset. Thanks.
And your boobs hanging out was disgusting.
Okay.
I felt really bad hearing her story, and especially, and I believe every moment of her saying that when she thought that she botched her audition.
This was the craziest.
They prayed for Monica to get on the show, and then the mother at the end of the prayer said, and if you don't get cast, let them cast me.
Yeah,
and let me tell you something. I believe that with every fiber of my being. And I believe, my heart went out to Monica. I was like, oh, wow, that is rough. Now, John, what you missed was Miriam Cosby.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Stay a little bit longer. I saw her come out, and I saw her first 5 minutes.
I was gonna say that you're gonna wanna stay tuned. You're gonna wanna stay tuned. She calls out the Mormon Church for being racist. She calls out. I mean, she came out guns blazing.
Hi, I'm Lisa Shannon. I'm the SVP of Programming and Development for Shed Media and an executive producer on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
I'm Andy Cohen, executive producer of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and host and executive producer of Real Housewives Reunions.
I'm Lori Gordon. I'm the executive producer and showrunner of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Heather had made a phone call to a contact that she had to verify some things for her, and that call happened to come in that day. Thank God.
Tanisha told me on the phone, there's something you need to know. Monica is reality Von Teese. It was that simple of a sentence. My stomach dropped and everything kind of came into play. It just was revelatory, but I didn't know what to do with it. Social media has never been a part of storyline. We are not encouraged to talk about what we see online. We try to keep it on the field. We try to, just talk about what happens amongst us. I didn't even know if production was going to listen to me. So I called our showrunner, Lori Gordon, sat with me, and I told her, and, she didn't really understand what that meant.
I was like, okay, let's walk me through this. Like, what the hell is reality Von Teese?
I explained that Meredith, Lisa, and Whitney would know exactly what it meant, and they were the first ones I wanted to tell. So they set it up so that I would tell them on the beach right before the dinner.
It had to be like the right timing. It wasn't going to be like she was going to bust through the door and, start, yelling at Monica. She wanted to talk to the women and she wanted to tell them what she had learned. I think she also wanted to see what they thought, what their reaction would be. Is it as meaningful to them as it was to her? So we wanted to make sure to give her that opportunity privately with the women, obviously cover it.
I didn't even know what to do. I just felt like I had this information. It really was a divided road for me. Like, do I want to swallow this information, that it's all part of the job, and just swallow it and talk about it later? Or do I want to honor how I feel right now and my personal boundaries and say, not today? When Lisa approached me on the beach, I think she started crying before I even spoke because she could feel the tension. Because I was sitting out there on that beach waiting for everyone to come down and meet me. And as I sat there, I was getting more and more worked up and more anxious and filled with self-doubt. Like, what if I say Monica's reality Von Teese and they're like, so? And Lisa's like, yeah, she took down Jen. Or I didn't know if we had never discussed it amongst ourselves, the effect that reality Von Teese had on us. But I was banking on the fact that they would know exactly who it was and they would have the same feeling I had.
When you see the four of them on the beach and she says, we've been through a lot, I think in that moment you see a level of sisterhood that is the kind of sisterhood that I love seeing on the Housewives. I love it when they find their common ground and when they come together.
I knew exactly how it would play in post because it was exactly how Heather, how it came to Heather's mind. When Heather found this all out, she was flooded with memories of Monica, things she had said, things that she had done, things that threw her off, that she was like, I don't know, can I trust this person? I think I like her. And I knew editorially we'd have to do that. We would have to do that in the finale. We would flash to the beach scene at the dinner, and we would go through all the memories that Heather had that she articulated to me, you know, and there were more, but we couldn't play all of them. But like we wanted to hit those things. So the viewer felt along with Heather how she felt learning this information and processing it in her brain. And that's literally just how it was done.
And I can't tell you how bonding it was for us to just have that moment together as friends and to all have the same experience and the same reaction, and for them without question to say, we have your back. I mean, that has not happened in 4 years of me being friends with Lisa Barlow, for her without hesitation to just say, I have your back.
Explain to me how this works.
How what works? The internet?
No. Explain
I just
to
want to
me.
know what level we start
Well, no,
at.
explain to me the posting, the tagging, because I can't tell what's been generated by this page and what's been reposted by this page.
What's the difference? Actually, why don't you just go to the Instagram page? And
So
then you
it's
said-
Reality Von Tease 2?
Because the first one got shut down for cyberbullying.
Okay.
That's not why it got shut down.
Why did it get shut down? Because of the cease and desist from her attorney?
No, we didn't care about that because we knew that we had facts and we did
It's not
nothing
facts.
wrong. It is facts that
It's
she
not
called you.
her-
That
is not a
I
fact.
didn't call her that. We need to make that very clear.
You know, yes, you did. From your phone.
You did. That doesn't mean that I wrote it.
But you posted it. It doesn't
DMX
matter if you
rapper
write
who
it. You
blended
posted
okay,
it.
I've actually.
I'm more hurt by the text messages
That
exchanged
doesn't
between
even
her.
sound like me.
It sounds
That's not
exactly
me.
like you.
That sounds like Jen.
You reposted that over and over and over and over and over again.
Who? Reality Von Tease
Yes.
reposted it?
Can I
Every
see
day
that?
I got tagged in
Can
it.
I see
Yeah.
that?
Well, they disappear after 24 hours, but I can show you how many times you tagged
If they
me.
were in our
It was
stories, then they
15.
would be in our highlights because we
You
had
didn't
like
save every single
500
highlight. You've also
highlights.
Do you have
Except
your
for the past
DMs
year and a
from
half.
Reality?
Post that on Whitney.
Yeah, but
Show me that.
We
Show
were
me that.
tagged
Right,
every
I
day
wanna
to
see
a
how
level
much
we
you-
can't
right.
explain.
Watch
It was
how
simple this
Yes,
is.
because we wanted you guys to see. I'm not denying any of
But
that.
it's literally so deceptive to not
Okay.
know that it was you.
Okay, so
trying
here's the
to
thing.
engage. 3 years, Andy.
I will say this.
It's weird.
This is, so Reality Von Tease, this is like hundreds of tags that she
I
was
didn't deny
tagged.
that.
for
We tagged you
3
guys in
years.
everything. It wasn't 3 years. It was started in 2021.
Okay, well, so it was 2 years.
We had to address everything that had happened in the season up to that point, and really everything that had happened with Monica up to that season, in my perspective, was null and void because every word out of her mouth was a lie. It was a curated, cultivated persona that she had crafted after watching decades of housewife shows and tracking our every single move.
And that always happens with any reunion, whatever the elephant in the room is or the big story point, piece of contention, that always does come up early on. And it's always like, we'll get to it because we have the package, of course, and all of the questions prepared. And that's something that we want to do at the end because we know that it's going to be explosive. We know that that's something that the ladies really need to like work up to and warm up to. And especially with Monica being a newbie, and this was her first reunion, we wanted her to really, again, have the space to talk about all of the other things that happened during the season. You know, she had an incredible season of her own personal story and her mom, and there was a lot to get through before the Reality Von Tease of it all.
When the burn book came out, I thought, wow.
We were like holding our breath in the control room, like, oh God.
It starts out as a joke. You make
It's a joke. Yes,
you make a
but then
joke of the
towards
mean
the
book. But
end,
now what I'm seeing
yes,
is
laugh. You need
that
it.
hold on. You've now posted everything that Reality Von Tease.
I printed off.
You printed out their entire
Yes.
grid. And what is this supposed to prove?
This is twin.
Oh, it sounds like in trying to expose Jen, what you did was hurt all of them.
You did.
If hold on.
That was not the
If
intention.
Jen called her that and you guys posted it, what you're
multiple
doing,
times a day.
okay, then what you're doing is perpetuating something mean about her.
This is just, okay, so can I go through this real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell me how it's helpful blasting out into the world things
How is it
about them
helpful?
that is horrible.
What if we retweeted everything
How's
your mom
that-
said about you every single day? Repeated, retweeted,
I mean,
retweeted,
honestly, my mom already
retweeted.
did that, so.
Yeah, but you don't see how it impacts us. It impacts
I
you when your
literally
mom
just
does
said that I see how that hurt you, but I'm telling you that wasn't, you guys aren't listening, so.
Well, they are. I mean,
No, they're not.
How were you helping
Okay.
us?
We were trying to get it out how awful she was. I am sorry that ended
It's
up
not
hurting
just to me.
you.
It hurt everyone on this couch.
It certainly was a FU to the other women. She said she kind of meant it as a joke and that it really told the whole story.
What is the purpose of this book? Because it starts out as a joke. You make
It's a joke. Yes,
you make a
but then
joke of the
towards
mean
the
book. But
end-
now what I'm seeing
Yes,
I thought Heather got ahead of it by explaining why it actually wasn't iconic.
She thought that was going to land like some iconic housewife move, that she was going to be canonized for being so clever, for being, the mean girl that had trolled us and kept a burn book of it. And it just showed me how stunted her personality was.
Based on the things she wrote, she did not like any of us. So why do you want to be our friend? Why do you want to be here with us? Because based on everything you wrote, you hate us.
So Monica, answer Lisa's question. Do you want to be their friends or do you want to be on the show?
I think both can be true, to be completely
You
honest.
want to be their
And I
friends?
think, yeah, I genuinely feel bad
I don't
because
think you do, but
truly,
that's fine.
what is wrong with me wanting to sit on this couch?
Second reunion, I joined Monica. They better not take her off. This whole thing, like, one's gonna go, one's gonna stay. No, if someone doesn't like it, they can leave. There should be no cast member that sets ultimatums for other cast members.
I also can't fault her. Of course, she tried to be a housewife.
But why
You know
is
what I
that
mean?
so bad? So did everybody.
Exactly.
You don't think that each one of us didn't go through the interview process and go home after and be like, I want this?
Were you a Bravo viewer before?
Yes, I'm a total Housewives fan, Bravo fan, been following the Housewives since the inception of OC.
Oh, really? Do you have a favorite franchise?
My favorite franchise is Housewives of New York. I love New York City and I love that cast and I've just been always drawn to it, but I've watched all of them.
That's great. When you were going into this and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to be a Bravo Real Housewife. Was there someone who came to mind in terms of a Bravo celebrity that you were like, I hope we become friends?
Yeah, I hope I become friends with all of them. Like every single one. There's no one that I wouldn't want.
Lisa accused you of kind of stalking Jen's house and driving by a lot.
You did.
Did
You
you
were
do
stalking. You were stalking Jen.
I did not stalk
on multiple occasions.
Jen. Driving by her house 2 or 3 times.
Parking
is
outside
not
and saying you're going to be
stalking.
friends with
Oh my
me.
God, we didn't park outside. We made
What?
that talk.
You're a
And
mother
guess
with
what?
4
I
kids and
posted them
single.
on
Why
my
are you
Instagram.
driving by
I
Jen's
never
house?
hid that.
Sick.
I never hid that. Stakeout, hey. We got our binoculars, bitch.
I'm in disguise, driving by Jen's house.
It's always shocking to see evidence when somebody says something, especially like captured like that. It was definitely shocking to hear it and to see it. And I think more so than anything, if you remember at the finale, Monica, the women said to her, even Heather was like, you've stalked Jen, we've got videos. And she's like, I would never do that. And you believe her, and that's a little frightening.
You guys, I think I might drive up to Park City because the movers are coming today. What do you guys think? Should I do it to record for like BTS reality Von Teese footage?
This is what I'm in disguise.
Make me a matchmaker, make me a match.
Driving by Jen's house. Low key, I think I might have found my father's actual descent.
Tell us how it happened.
I mean, honestly, it was a lot of drinking.
I don't know how it happened. I wish you had said that in the moment because it caused so much damage. I think that, an investigation was launched. People were interviewed.
The next morning, I woke up with the black eye. I knew I'd gotten it from Jen. I didn't know how, but I knew I'd gotten it from Jen. She was the first person I texted. She came in the room. She said, did I give that to you? And I said, don't worry, I'll cover.
Because I trusted her the most.
Trusted her the most for what?
For coming up with a cover story when you black out and you have a black eye.
So, yeah, and she says, thanks for letting me borrow this. I say, absolutely. I did that to you. I can't believe I did that to you.
Why was your inclination, I'm going to cover for her?
I don't know. I was scared of her, I think.
You were scared of her? And were you scared at that point because she was in legal trouble?
I had been covering for her for 3 years. I was not going to stop at the black eye. I was that in, and I was too scared to say anything. I was terrified to say it.
Apparently, Jen Shah is threatening to sue Heather Gay and Bravo for slander and defamation following the black eye revelation. So Jen Shah is threatening to sue, thank you to Page 6, Heather Gay, Andy Cohen, and Bravo for defamation and slander if she is directly accused of giving her former co-star and friend a black eye during the Real Housewives Salt Lake City reunion. A rep for the Bravo celebrity told Page 6 on Thursday that Jen Shah, who is currently in prison for fraud, caught wind of the reunion preview and is most likely going to seek legal action based on the wording that's been used.
As someone who was just the victim of an online and phone scam where I lost a lot of money, this message comes at an interesting time. So let me just say that. I just need to predicate that I'm a current victim of fraud, which is what she is in jail for. I'm not connecting her to what I'm not saying that she's responsible for it, but I'm just saying it's ironic.
But it's a hateful
that
thing
I
she was
happen
involved
to,
in. Yeah.
Yes. So I just have to point that out. Let me point out, I don't want to be Captain Obvious here, but if we had footage, don't you think we would have aired it? Do you think we wouldn't have said, Heather saying, I don't know how I got the black eye. And then don't you think we would have cut to the footage and with a chyron that said 4 hours earlier, pop.
Yeah.
You know,
graphic content warning.
That's first of all, that's quite obvious. Second of all, I had forgotten about the one-on-one with Jen. She is right. I did want to do a one-on-one with her.
Naturally.
I don't care about it anymore. I'm over it. Her stipulations were insane. She wanted in exchange for this, I'm trying to remember the specifics. I know she wanted us to do a docuseries of her days leading up to jail. She wanted a lot of money, and she was still professing her innocence. So it would have been another interview of her sitting across from me, lying to my face, which we got at 2 reunions from her. So that's that. That's my response to that.
I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry to you guys. I'm sorry to the network. I'm sorry to the audience. I didn't know how to navigate it myself. I knew that it was becoming bigger and more than I could handle. I have to say, it's not funny to accuse the producers or the production company of covering up a crime and an assault.
I think Andy handled it perfectly. Obviously the segment was in the script, but we feel like he handled it perfectly in terms of giving her the opportunity to speak, which she perhaps had been trying to say for the past year, but never had the nerve to say it, but also being careful because it's Heather's word, right? This is what Heather's saying. Jen, unfortunately, is in prison and can't speak for herself at this current time. So I think it was kind of just being careful with giving her an opportunity to say her truth, but also not being judgmental in terms of this is definitely what happened, As you can see in the reunion, Heather was really emotional, even just talking about it. She was crying and she's really... she's a different person, and I think her saying those words out loud at the dinner and the finale and then saying them out loud at the reunion and knowing how many people are going to see that was a lot for her, and not having the recollection or the memory of how it happened, but knowing that it happened and having the footage in Heather's words to quote-unquote support what she's saying was a big thing.
I was terrified going into reunion of how Andy was going to grill me because I knew that this was something that had really been, no pun intended, a black eye on me, on the network, on production. It was something that had to be addressed. And I was anticipating having to be accountable and answer for a lot of my behavior. And that was, of course, terrifying. I didn't want to answer to Zaddy Andy. But I don't want to make light of it. I was really nervous going into reunion because no one wants to face, their mistakes, and certainly not in a public arena.
There was a big connection between learning this information about Monica, exposing Monica, confronting Monica, and tying that in with her experience with Jen.
I actually talked to my friend who's a doctor. If you look at the first day of her filming, she already had the semblance of a black eye starting. She sent this to me. I'm going to read it to you. Blood doesn't congeal that fast. This happened during the night before, so we're talking about 6 hours later that she has this black eye. And if you look at her in the first episode, she has something already around her eye. I don't think it happened at all there. Dare I say that? I think there's still a story. I think this was an opportunity to know that Monica was going to be the villain, and then this big reveal. Even though Jen, I guess, can have a voice, she's kind of not there. Not that she should. What she did was terrible, because up until the night before Jen was convicted, she was still rallying on her side. She didn't seem that afraid. There's a rat. There's something that's not sitting with me. And this doctor said to me, whenever you get a bruise, it takes 1 to 2 full days for the blood to congeal and start showing up. So I don't know if we even have the truth yet, but something is not tracking.
Is it too insurmountable for you guys to move on as a group? I guess that's the question. We may not answer it today. You all may need a little bit of time. Whitney, what do you think?
I have to be very careful and protect boundaries that I've put up with relationships that are not safe in my life. And there has to be a clear line of trust for me to be able to move forward. And right now, I think I'm even more confused leaving the reunion. So I don't trust Monica. And I don't trust my ability. I can't put myself in that situation right now. So I don't have a strong answer for you other than no. That's the only word I can say. And I'm sorry I can't give you a better answer. This whole thing is triggering for me and what I've been through personally in my life. And I tend to say the wrong things at the wrong time. So my answer is just no.
What would Monica have to say to you guys to make this okay?
Nothing.
What
Not
would
after
she
the
have-
last 3 years.
That, the reunion is typically driven by viewer feedback. The viewers hadn't reacted yet. And they reacted very strongly to this, to the finale and to the revelation. So I actually think there's a purity in just hearing from the women on this topic at the reunion. And it was a huge opportunity for Monica to go in there and win some of the women back. And I'm not sure she did, although I hear a few of them have started following her on Instagram again.
I kind of thought that you would say, the gig is up. I'm sorry. And I wanted to be here so badly that I did all of this, but you didn't.
In terms of the decision to bring Monica back, what I love about reunions is it's like the Housewives court of law.
The whole franchise is based on friends and people who know each other and circulate in the same circles. And at this time, the women just need a cooling off period. It's too soon for them to re-enter into a friendship with that, a trusting friendship. Not enough time has passed.
Yeah, I think it's too soon. I mean, we're starting to film relatively soon, and I think that everyone needs a minute.
Monica has no connection with any of us right now. There's no chance that she will be in my home, in my business, or around me anytime soon. That's all I can say for now.
Big question since the Reality Von Tease reveal has been, will you keep Monica on the show? And the news is out that we are going to have a cooling off period.
Okay. I think,
well, here's the thing. I think the reunion is the chance to come out, say why you did what you did on the season. It's the Supreme Court of public opinion.
True.
And so Monica, I think, had the opportunity not only to explain herself to the audience, but way more importantly in this case to the other women. And I don't think she successfully swayed any of them to her side. She didn't. And at the end, I really went around because I was thinking, okay, well, let's hear it from them all right now. Where do you stand with her? And they all expressed that they very much did not trust her which is
I'm sure that would be hard.
Difficult way for her. Basically, it was what I was also asking is there a path forward for you and Monica? And the answer was no all the way around. So I think that it's best, we all discussed it ad nauseum, that it would be best to kind of let this one breathe for a while. She's obviously really compelling television. Maybe she'll be able to build some inroads with some of the women on her own, off camera.
I can see that.
And, we'll see if that happens. But
and aside from the reality Von T stuff, and of course I haven't seen this latest episode, but she did get her story out. This story about her and her mom, I think probably helped a lot of people recognize certain behaviors in their own lives. Like she did get her story out in a lot of ways.
Well, I thought that was really a way to root for her.
Right.
And she told it in a way. I was certainly sitting there rooting for her, thinking, wow, we all know the phrase hurt people hurt people.
That's exactly right.
And that's a really good example of it. If you look at her relationship with her mom, and then how she is with the friend group. So,
wow, they've been through it this season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Why can Heather lie but Monica can't?
That's the $1 million question.
And she's saying it's a joke when she's saying it to the press.
There was an investigation started, and people could have lost their jobs, and that's not cool.
I have never seen Andy yell so much at a reunion. I think he was frustrated and over it. And I think he was looking for something from her that none of us got. And I think she could have had a little bit of redemption, but not possible. Yeah. So, but I think I think he felt duped by Jen, because we all were like, I believe in due process. So it's innocent until proven guilty. And a lot of people are trying to compare Monica's situation with the cast with Jen's. Totally different, because we had a cast member that was saying, I'm innocent. It didn't matter like what evidence we had in front of us and like what people were telling us, because our castmate was saying, I'm innocent, and we believe in due process. So you have to wait until a court of law assumes she's guilty or she admits guilt, which she ended up doing. But I felt like when we were filming, people are like, why weren't you tougher on Jen? Because our cast member said, my friend said, I'm innocent. And at the end I said it all along basically, but I was like, I will side with the victims if Jen is guilty, but you have to believe in the system and that they'll prove her guilty. You can't assume guilt.
Yeah.
So, but with Monica, we knew she was guilty because the proof was there, receipts, timeline. Yeah. But she would have never admitted it if she wasn't called out.
Yeah.
That's like the part that bothered me the most. I'm like, you're so deceptive. Like, it's deceit 100%. Even with her own mother, like, how could you film your mother? I understand they have a tumultuous relationship, but to film your mom and to send it to your friends is crazy.
Monica.
I would say that my cold and prickly is Bermuda and my warm and fuzzy is Bermuda.
Right. It was like the best of times and the worst of times. Will you go back to Bermuda?
No.
No?
Just kidding. No, I would actually like to take my kids one day.
And maybe see the family without the cameras, without your mom interfering.
Maybe.
Okay, well, the season ended on a not great note. I think we made some good progress here tonight. I am hoping that we can toast to some of the fun times this season. Bring out the dark and stormies, guys.
Why they hate this?
We heard some heartbreaking news today.
We're in mourning right now.
And I just feel like we need to start the pot talking about it.
That's why I'm wearing black. Let's just break this down.
Okay.
Because when somebody gets fired, especially a one-season cast member, they do not do interviews like this. They do not talk about the firing. And this only leads me to believe that she's coming back.
People are messaging me, we don't believe you and Tamara that you would ever film with somebody like Monica after what happened. And I'm like, okay, I just want to say one thing. What is worse? To be punched in the face by somebody.
Right.
Hide it from the rest of your cast.
Right.
And then blame production versus somebody who did a fan account trolling somebody who scammed the elderly.
Right. No, I agree.
Okay, so we have a couple questions for you. Okay. All right, so the first thing was, we heard that you're on pause. How long do you think that pause is gonna be?
2 months. So I have not heard that I was on pause. What I heard was
job back?
I feel like you know the answer to that.
No. I'm gonna have to mentor you. Listen, Tamara is the queen of making mistakes and figuring it out afterwards, so I'm pretty sure you guys are good. But my next question, because we have ridden hard for you, whether we're getting our ass kicked afterwards or not, but if there was one thing you could change about something you did or said at the reunion or on the show this season, what would it be? Oh gosh, someone just said fucking your brother-in-law. I think that's the worst thing, guys.
First of all, that didn't happen on the show or the reunion. So I would have to say, honestly, truly, bringing up the rumor of Angie K's husband.
I love that answer so much because we have Angie here tonight. And her gay husband. Don't worry, I brought my gay husband too. We think you're reality TV gold. We did have one piece of advice. All we wanted you to do was say, hey, guys, listen, maybe there's some things I did on Reality Von Teese, which now we're going to actually transition the account to Reality Von Teddy and Tamara. Yeah, we're going to take it over. Can we all run it together?
I'm retired.
Okay, you're retired.
Yes,
okay,
Monica.
That's good to hear. But maybe if there was just a titch of an apology for it, I think that we would get through it a little faster in the reunion. But but you're such good TV.
What are you overall feeling knowing that they're going to go into production like in a month or so and you're not going to be there?
I think that it was the right decision for the time. Just kidding, I don't. I don't really think that. I really don't think that. I think everyone should put on their big girl panties and deal with it. I think a lot of people, including myself, wanted resolve. They wanted maybe a different approach to where it wasn't a reunion setting to resolve things, to really just have a conversation, because it was tense. And part of the reunion was brutal. I was checked out, and I know I let a lot of the fans down, and I'm so sorry, but that was like hour 12, 13. I was over it. I'm like, I'm getting nowhere. I knew I was getting nowhere. I knew before going in, nothing I could say was gonna change anything. So I think we should have gone right into filming. Truly, that's how I feel. Like, we're all there to do a job. Let's do it, and let's resolve it, and let's move on. I don't think anything was done that's not fixable, so.
Based on the things she wrote, she did not like any of us. So why do you want to be our friend? Why do you want to be here with us? Because based on everything you wrote, you hate us.
Girl, hush. You know why she want to be here. She want to be here just like you. She want to be on the show. She don't want to be your motherfucking friend. Hell, none of y'all want to be motherfucking friends. Cut that shit out, girl. Acting like y'all besties. Y'all only besties to get this bitch out. And the next season, y'all gonna go about eating each other the fuck up again. And I could have sworn, for example, Miss Leatherface Heather, she talking about, we such good friends, we built a good friendship. You said you didn't even like Angie K. You didn't even really like her until the situation arose. So, bitch, you're a fake ass whore. I'm sorry for using such vulgar language. This gaslighting is starting to rile me up and piss me off.
So Monica, answer Lisa's question. Do you want to be their friends or do you want to be on the show?
I think both can be true, to be completely honest.
You want to be their friends?
Ooh, Heather girl, don't make that sour ass. You know what? I'm going to speak as Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown. So imagine I'm at the reunion and Heather just made that sour ass face at me. Imagine I'm Monica. Yes, okay. She made a sour ass face at me due to me saying that I wanted to be friends with some of the ladies and also be on this show. So now let's get into Miss Heather's face that she made. Okay, now I'm Monica. Bitch, I don't know why you over there making that face, because I heard an interview where you said the same thing, that you wanted to be friends with some of these ladies and be on the show. You couldn't wait.
At reunion, I joined Monica. They better not take her off. This whole thing, like, one's gonna go, one's gonna stay. No, if someone doesn't like it, they can leave. There should be no cast member that sets ultimatums for other cast members.
I also can't fault her. Of course, she tried to be a housewife.
But why
You know
is
what I
that
mean?
so bad? So did everybody.
Exactly.
You don't think that each one of us didn't go through the interview process and go home after and be like, I want this?
Were you a Bravo viewer before?
Yes, I'm a total Housewives fan, Bravo fan, been following the Housewives since the inception of OC.
Oh, really? Do you have a favorite franchise?
My favorite franchise is Housewives of New York. I love New York City and I love that cast and I've just been always drawn to it, but I've watched all of them.
That's great. When you were going into this and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to be a Bravo Real Housewife. Was there someone who came to mind in terms of a Bravo celebrity that you were like, I hope we become friends?
Yeah, I hope I become friends with all of them. Like every single one. There's no one that I wouldn't want.
Exactly. I played the clip on your ass. I played the clip on your ass. Okay, bitch. Let's stop acting like this is the sisterhood of the traveling coochies in this bitch. Y'all are not best friends. Y'all come on this show to push whatever businesses y'all have and to promote whatever is going on in y'all's life to help y'all make more money. Y'all don't come on this show for friendship. I mean, I don't believe that to be true. If it is, then okay. But I don't believe that to be true. So stop playing in my motherfucking face. She wanted to be on the show just like y'all wanted to be on the show. But she went the extra mile to do so. Okay?
Lisa accused you of kind of stalking Jen's house and driving by a lot.
You did. You were stalking. You were stalking Jen.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. You sitting there so pressed about her stalking Jen. Who gives a fuck if she's stalking a felon asshole? That hoe is in jail where she needs to be, and thankfully Monica helped put her there. You bitches didn't help put anybody there. Y'all sitting there mad and calling Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown a rat for doing so. Why is she a rat for turning in a felon ass bitch who was scamming the elderly? Huh? If anything, that bitch should get a round of applause, a round of applause, a round of applause. Bitch, stop playing in this.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.